Welcome back to Wretched. Get ready for this analogy. Your brain is like a train. That's right, your brain, like a choo-choo running down the track. Question, which part of your brain is the engine? Which part of your brain are the cars? Which part of your brain is the caboose? If your brain consists of 4 big areas, not the physical sections, but 4 big components, your thinking, your will, your believing, your emotions, which one of these is the engine? Most likely you would say, well, thinking, of course. You've got to think for you to have will and emotions and believing. The Bible says something radically different. Thinking does not come first. Believing is the engine of your life. This is really simple to prove. If you are a child and you're in bed terrified because you think there's monsters in the closet, you're shrieking, you call out to your parents, and they come in and say to you, honey, there's no monster in the closet. How do you respond and why? If you say, Mom and Dad, thank you. I didn't realize there were no make-believe monsters in the closet. You have informed me, and now I'm calm. The other option is you keep freaking out. Now, you think that thinking is what is driving your train and your emotions. It's not. The issue is whether or not you actually believe what your parents are telling you. If you believe them, you calm down. If you don't believe them, then you stay riled up. That is just one demonstration of how it is that we understand the components of our cognitive abilities. They start with faith. If you believe the world has the answer to your emotional problems, you're going to believe the world. If, however, you believe God and His promises, then you are going to act on them. Believing comes first. Your thinking, your emotions, your will follows your believing. If you do not believe the source, you're not going to act on it. If you do believe the authority, then you will respond appropriately. And that is why God has given us a book to believe first. I know the atheists just kind of titter at this. Oh, I see. You're telling me I have to believe to understand. That's ridiculous. We have to understand to believe. Okay, I know that's what you think, but that's not what the Bible says. Believing is first, and it's demonstrable 1,000 different ways. If I told you, hey, I'm sending you $1 million check in the mail, if you believe me, you're going to be out at your mailbox checking it every single day, maybe every single hour. You don't believe me, you're going to be like, whatever, and you're not going to care what the postman brings. Believing comes first. Let's imagine this scenario, shall we? You're at the beach. You have been informed by your parents to stay on the sand, and so you set up your blanket, perhaps your umbrella. You put on your sunblock, although these days you need aluminum foil to keep those nasty rays out. You lay back, everything is groovy, you're soaking in the sun and having a perfectly lovely time. But then you start hearing some sounds in the distance. People splashing, frolicking even, having a great time. What are they doing? They're playing in the water. You start thinking to yourself, that seems like it's more fun than this. So what do? You get up from your blanket, you approach the shore, and you start putting your toes into the water, and hey, that feels kind of good. So you go into your ankles, you go up to your knees. The next thing you know, you're just swimming in the ocean. You're having such a good time, but imperceptibly, an undertow starts pulling you out. You don't even realize that it is happening to you. And you start to panic a bit. You're realizing you're in a little bit of danger here. You start to paddle toward shore, but the tide is going against you and you can't reach safety. Oh, thankfully, an old man in a boat comes rowing up to you and he says, friend, I can help you. This will relieve your fear and your panic and bring you to safety. And he hands you a 20-pound rock. You take the rock because the old man seemed rather credible. He seemed nice. He wouldn't mean me any harm. But now, suddenly, paddling becomes even more difficult, more strained. You're getting weary. Oh, there he is again, rowing up to you. He says, friend, it looks like you're struggling here. I've got the solution to your problem. And he hands you another 20-pound boulder, and he paddles away. And now there you are. You are in big trouble. You're starting to panic. You're actually gulping for air because you're going underneath the water line. Oh, there he is again. The old man comes rowing up. Friend, I've got the solution to your problem. And he hands you another 20-pound boulder. Question, would you take it? Well, if you believed that he's still a kindly and credible figure, you would. But if you believed, hey, this man is not helping me at all, you would reject it. Of what is this a picture? The world and us. The world, it has its allures. It calls us, hey, it's more fun out here in the water. Come on. Your parents don't know what they're talking about. Have a good time with everybody else. And so you believe it. You listen to those calls. You answer it, and you start dabbling in sin. Imperceptibly, the undertow of sin pulls you further and further and further away from safety into danger. And then the world system comes along like a kindly old man and says, oh, we can help you. Here's a self-help book. We take it, we try it, it doesn't help. The world reappears and says, here, we've got the solution. Go on a retreat and believe in yourself. Another 20-pound boulder. We start to go down. It's not helping at all. They return and say, medication. Here, take another 20-pound boulder. The world that calls us out into the ocean, into danger, then comes alongside of us and offers us a rescue that only adds to our danger. That is what the world offers you when it comes to depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts. The Bible, it has a much better solution, and it can be applied to your heart and to your mind and to your life if you will just believe it. Do, 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 do. Thank you for calling technical support. This is Todd Friel, the wretch the song refers to. Could I possibly put you on hold for a moment?
Todd, we have talked about this. You cannot answer the phone this way.
Righto. Thank you for calling technical support. This is Todd Friel, the wretch the song refers to.